whatever I bet, I could change the odds for every bookmaker in the country.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money,
Dollar, dollar.
Dollars. What up, everybody? The Gritty Gamblers are back in the building. How we doing, Matt? How we doing?
We doing good, man. We back here again on this Thursday afternoon, man. Thursday evening here, actually. Getting ready to give y'all some plays for this today and the weekend, man. I'm doing good. How you doing, Parlay?
I'm doing good. A little tired, but I'm doing good.
All right, man. We here. So, what do you want to start with? Should we start with the recap?
Of course. Well, we can start with that I have the under tonight in this preseason game. So that's going on right now.
Okay, so yeah, give me actually before we go into recap, just quick U-turn, quick detour. Give them a quick rundown on that.
We like the under because no one scores in the preseason games. They're gonna be taken out. First stringers will be taken out after like 10 plays, and then it's cluster after that. So it is what it is. It's controlled chaos, and it's gonna be the under. And I've already hit one. Yeah, one. So I like it. The unders are hidden in the preseason.
Okay. Yeah, we'll cover a little bit more of the preseason later. I know only one game I've really seen so far that had any line movement on the lines, but tonight's game. Let's see. You're right. No one's really scoring in preseason because, like you said, they're doing the adjustment of rotations of players, trying to get different looks at different teams. I mean, different types of guys in different roles. So, completely understandable.
Yeah, for that. 1 second.
Right now, the score is six points total, almost near halftime. So not bad. Start on the under.
Not bad. How many minutes are left? 5:21.
Yeah. Had a pretty decent run since last show on the MLB. Actually, hit yesterday with a nice hit on the move because my model for the MLB recently has just been following movement and just tracking movement and going from there. It was a rough hit today on the movement model, but it was a good start to. It was a good option yesterday specifically. Hit plus 449 with the Royals money line, Padres money line, and the Guardians money line. All three teams handled business, did pretty well in those situations. The night before, I actually doubled back. So the night before, I had the Padres minus 1.5, with the two soccer plays that we talked about from the Leagues Cup on Monday's episode that were on Tuesday night with Club America and LAFC. Since they were already like terrible odds, at least when I took the Padres at minus 1.5, it gave them like an odds booster almost as a three-legger. So it wasn't crazy hit on that one, but it was nice that they were back-to-back Tuesday, Wednesday night. So we did pretty good during the week in the meantime from the last episode.
Oh, yeah. We haven't done any bets since the last episode over here until this under. I've been waiting for football.
I'll tell you this. I was tracking soccer hard the past couple of days. I only played one play. It was today, and it missed by 1 goal out of the 3 plays. I'm kind of sick. I thought I had the lockdown. Bilbao. Now, I will say this in hindsight. I didn't know Atletico Bilbao wasn't going to play Nico Williams till the play was already in. Like, I put the play in this morning at, I'm not going to tell you what time. You're going to realize I was working crazy hours. So let's just say I put it in at around 6 a.m., all right? We're going to leave it at that. It was probably before that, but I'm going to say 6 a.m. And then, yeah, so when I say we crack numbers here, we crack numbers, bro. So I had my favorite play from that set that I kind of liked the most was I bet on Europa qualifying soccer, man. I had a gut feeling on this. Braga versus a team from Switzerland. They were playing Servette from Geneva in Switzerland, and Braga too. I love when they give me a little kind of leeway in a bet, if you know what I mean. Instead of betting the money line, I can bet qualify the next round, so I get the burst of also having the penalties. Now I didn't need it here, but to qualify for the next round for the team I bet on, which was Braga, was a minus 150, which is pretty good price for soccer. You know that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So I had that.
500.
Yeah, I had that in there, and then the last leg was Real Betis in a draw. today. It was minus 270, but it was a third legger type parlay, like part of the parlay, and it hit, and the game ended in a draw. So I kind of had the vision, but Bilbao ending in a draw themselves, there's no way in God's green earth I was gonna take Bilbao money line or draw versus Getafe at home to as the league opener when you have Nico Williams on your team. It's not my fault you didn't start him. You put him in with 20 minutes left, thinking he could save it.
Yeah, it's about to be 10-3.
Ooh, okay, that's not good.
Nah, it's not good. There's 3 minutes left.
Oh, and then while we're here, I might as well just cover the other rough one from today because it's part of the recap now because it's in the past. Yo, the movement model did not go good today, man. Now, I will say it tanked horribly last second because the Dodgers had good early movement and then tanked late with horrible late movement. Absolutely disgusting late movement. So at that point, the bet was already in. There's nothing I could do. It is what it is. But the one that was iffy to me was the Mets, man. Now the Mets, honestly, they lost by 1 run. It was 7-6, and they were leading most of the game, so it makes sense why the model was the model, and why the movement was the movement. But they ended up losing anyway, so tough loss there. Those are the only two plays that I had for today. Um, we're gonna have more lines to cover for tonight, but a lot more what I'm gonna be looking at is for tomorrow, and for especially for the soccer for the weekend and for the whole weekend more. There's not really too much for tonight, as most of just to give you guys a grand scheme of things. When baseball is on Thursdays, usually there's only one game during our show. And most of the games on Thursday are always going to be like early games before our show on Thursday.
Exactly.
So the game tonight, for example, is the Twins and the Rangers. The game doesn't really have good movement, and the public are all over the Twins. They're all hyping over, like he didn't just get his start moved because the team they're about to play before this series shells him. I digress, but I just don't think the Twins are really trendy tonight. I wouldn't really take them. They probably will win. Don't get me wrong. The Rangers are not that good this year, even though they're defending champs. But yeah. I wouldn't take the Twins. And that's the only other real MLB game tonight because the rest of the stuff we're going to have to cover for you is going to be tomorrow. And like the rest of the weekend stuff.
Yeah, I saw someone on the Twins tonight. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't like the movement on that. Well, I didn't like the money or
It didn't have good movement.
It was movement or money, one of the two.
Yeah, it didn't have good movement, man. But let's see. Back on to the rest of the recap. I did want to give a shout out to the Columbus Crew from the Leagues Cup knocking off the MLS leading Inter Miami in a thrilling 3-2 comeback win. I also got to say, my man Parlay, they did you see what happened? Charlotte FC had two deals fall through, bang bang.
You fall through. I've been watching it.
Almiron, he said he's not coming. And to be honest with you, he would have gone great in the MLS. He's washed in the Prem, in my opinion, bro. Newcastle's trying to get rid of him. But he didn't want to come there for some reason, the Charlotte FC. And then the Calvin Stings one got y'all hurt.
They both would have loved it.
Did you hear what Calvin Stings did?
What?
He posted on his account, he said, Feyenoord, I'm sorry I haven't been as dedicated recently. I'm going to be so dedicated to the club. I love being at Feyenoord. I'm locked in, and we're here to stay.
Yeah, whatever.
He posted that on his account. I'm being serious. I'm not even, like, joking. I didn't, that's not even not the exact wording, but that's pretty much the message that he was sending to the fans of Feyenoord.
Yeah, nah, I know you're not joking. I'm saying, yeah, whatever.
I had to double check. I'm like, why is a 20? Don't get me wrong. Don't take this the wrong way. I was like, why is a 25-year-old Dutch player coming to the MLS? Like from Feyenoord, like a high-end Dutch team. Like, so you're supposed to be going to one of the big clubs in Europe at that point.
I was shocked.
That's what I'm getting at. So then when I looked at it, I guess he just has a bad injury history, and he doesn't have he has a mentality problem, is what I've seen. Now it might not be true, but that's what the reports are. But if he locks in here, he was supposed to be a high talent. Like he's supposed to be already higher than where he was now. Like he's still talented for Feyenoord.
Nah, I agree.
Yeah.
He'd have been sick though. That'd have been something.
If you got him in that, bro, you see the people, some of these teams that you see Marco Royce went to the LA Galaxy.
Yeah, we can't get nobody.
Oh yeah. You see, Shaqiri left Chicago. You guys should pay him his 8 million.
Nah, we need a 8 million.
You see, you stopped yourself. You said we need to wait. What? 8 million? Yeah, Chicago Fire were paying him 40% of their budget.
Nah, we ain't paying him 8 million. We need to
Bro,
pay someone like
you see, LAFC is gonna bring in. They're bringing in Giroud, and then they're trying to sign Griezmann.
8 million a week.
No, I don't know about the pricing. I'm just telling you who LAFC is trying to bring in.
Or pay
Shakiri,
8 million for
Shakiri
him.
was like the highest paid player in the league, 8 million a year or something like that.
8 million a year. That's crazy.
Yeah. MLS is not crazy like pricing.
Yeah, but 8 million in MLS, that feels kind of crazy.
That's a lot for MLS, but I'm talking about like compared to the rest of the soccer world.
Oh yeah, it's like 27 million.
Like brother, Mbappe just bought a
Oh,
club for 50. You know, Mbappe just bought a club, right?
I didn't know that.
Bro, all right, let's talk about this because this is kind of for integrity reasons kind of interesting. Mbappe bought one of the clubs that he almost became a boy, so he almost signed there when he was young. He ended up playing for Monaco instead. But Caen is the name. I think it's called SC Caen. They're in this League 2 right now, League 2. So they're in the second division of French football right now. Mbappe has actually played against them in the past because they used to be in the first division of French football when he was at PSG and when he was at Monaco. Mbappe has played against them a couple times and scored goals against them. So Mbappe left the French league this year. Mind you, Mbappe has a pretty large investment capital firm, if I'm not mistaken, that he runs. He owns. He's the owner, sole like owner of it. His mother's the president. So, well, no. And then now his I think they moved and they hired a real CEO. Like now it's like a big investment. Like they're handling a lot of money. And it's not just an investment part now. They handle like global capital. They have it in legal side now. So he has like a whole company, and this company is what bought the club for 15 million. I think it was like 15 million euros or something like that. And so he owns it, but it's not run by him. It's run by the guy who's the CEO of his company. And it's just an interesting answer to what I thought I'd say because it's funny. As soon as he leaves the French football like organization, like because he left the French football world and he went to sign for Real Madrid, he buys a club. And isn't that crazy how much money they're making now? Because that's kind of the whole point to trail back to what you were getting at, bro. Mbappe made like I think $500 million in the last 2.5 years from his PSG deal.
Okay.
Like, there's no athlete in the world in the past couple of years that's gotten paid more than Mbappe. Period. No athlete.
Damn. You gotta get your son
Mbappe,
to play
Mbappe
soccer.
at 25, 26, richest man in the sport practically. Him or Ronaldo or Messi, because Messi got some crazy deal from Miami, and you know Ronaldo what he got from the Saudis.
Yeah, them Saudis like to pay. They were gonna pay Messi a bunch.
He said no. I come to Miami,
I come to America.
and then he gets ownership of the club. I think when he retires or something like that. Messi,
He
not
would have
full
got that at
ownership,
the
but he
other
gets
place
part
too, I
ownership.
think.
Huh?
I think he would have got that at the other place too, no?
No.
No?
No, Saudis just would have gave him money, bro. Plus, it's a lot more lucrative investment to own an American League team or an MLS League team than it is to own a Saudi League club.
You think?
Absolutely. Global marketing wise, yeah, for sure. The Saudi League has all the money in the Saudi League is coming from the Saudi government.
Yeah, so you're just gonna make money off of them.
Let me put it to you this way. He mean in terms of like brand sponsoring multiple like your face out there type of lucrative.
Nah, I get you. So he can promote his miso energy drink or whatever it's called.
Yeah, you can't do that in Saudi Arabia.
Can't do that.
Brother, I mean, at least he's married to his wife. You know, Ronaldo is. You know, in Saudi Arabia, Ronaldo's the only person in the country that's allowed to be living in the same house as his non-married girlfriend, because he's not married to his girlfriend, but they're allowed to live in the same house and be
That's
together.
crazy.
He has a Ronaldo rule practically in Saudi Arabia.
They didn't force marriage.
They didn't enforce marriage for Ronaldo.
They said,
Meanwhile,
you come. What about my girlfriend? Girlfriend? No, she's your other wife. Don't worry
she come
about it.
too. She come too.
Come too.
Bring all the kids.
Bring everyone.
Next thing you know,
Parents, everyone. Bring
Ronaldo
your
every
whole island. Bring your whole island. Bring them all here.
Ronaldo every 6 months is
We
doing
killed
his.
them in 6 months, but
Hey,
yes.
don't, hey, nah, stop. We can't say that. They gonna call us. They gonna come get our ass, man. Hey, all I'm gonna say is, hey, visit Riyadh. This is not a paid sponsorship. Visit Riyadh. You try to get us killed, Parlay, man.
Hey, I'm not lying.
Visit Riyadh. Every time we say something
The
else,
Saudis
visit
gonna come
Riyadh.
down. The Saudis gonna come down.
Hey man, I'm good. I'm
YouTube's
good,
gonna get
man.
us.
I'm good. Hey, all right. Enough joking. Let's moving on. So, looking on to let's wrap up. We started it on Monday, but we're gonna wrap up UFC 305 starting off on Saturday, man.
Yes, sir.
So we got honestly. Before we start off with the main event, I did want to highlight the two fights from the bottom of the main card. So Rosenstrike and Gamrot in their fights. You got Rosenstrike versus Tai Tuivasa. You got Gamrot versus Dan Hooker. So me and Parlay were having an interesting conversation before the show, and it kind of gave me a thought on this because when I did the notes earlier, my idea on it was that because they're both road favorites against these two home dogs, and it makes me think because both Gamera and Rosenstrike are like, I'm not gonna say right near a title shot, but Rosenstrike and Gamera like both have put in work in their most recent fights. Rosenstrike looked excellent versus Gassiev and fraud checked him in his last fight with 4 rounds, brutal kickboxing display, beat him up. Now Tai Tuivasa is gonna fit his style because Tai Tuivasa likes to strike too, don't get so it's gonna be interesting there. I mean, Tai Tuivasa has also looked horrible in his most recent fights. But like you said, he's supposedly taking it more seriously. We've seen him look good in the past. He has pretty decent wins. He's just been in a bad rut recently. So, I mean, I think
Hooker?
huh?
Hooker?
No, I'm talking. I was talking about. You were talking about Rosenstrike and Tai Tuivasa in the
Oh
heavyweight.
yeah.
And
I thought
then
you were talking about Hooker for a second there.
no, I think Hooker might get squished.
Bro, he's 3-4 across his past 7 fights, and every fight he lost was someone number 6 or higher.
Gamrot's number 5.
Top 5 fighter, yeah. The next line. Yeah. Pretty solid in case.
Gamrot's gonna sit on him, bro. If he knocks him down, if Hooker sparks him out, more power to Hooker. You're at home. But I don't think he's winning a decision against Gamrot, no.
Yeah, Gamrot's 7-2 in his last 9.
Gamrot's gonna like sit on him. Like that's literally all he'll do. He's actually gonna sit on him for 3 rounds. Like no bullshit.
Dude, if he wins,
Like you know what the best bet? You want me to tell you what? If you don't want to take Gamrot minus 310, Gamrot by decision is gonna be a solid bet. I don't think he's knocking out. Dan Hooker. What?
he just dropped the Josh Allen and cut.
Huh?
College Ultimate Team.
Yeah.
They just dropped the Josh Allen.
Oh, okay. In Wyoming card.
Yeah.
Oh snap. Okay.
88
okay.
throw power.
What you know about that Wyoming?
We're going to find out. They got a Bijan Robinson, too, at 88 speed. That's
What
crazy.
you know about that Wyoming, man? All right. Let me see here. So yeah, I did want to bring this up. I personally do like in the co-main. I like Usyk to beat Kai France. Kai France is not that he's not good. He just is at a reach disadvantage. No, not reach disadvantage. He's at a height disadvantage here. So he'll be able to reach and get into certain situations. But Usyk just has that flow state. He's got a better striking flow recently, and he's
10-3
coming off.
was the final, so we won the first bet.
Okay.
They say my bets are dread.
Ay, but Steve Ursic, solid in this position, in my opinion. I mean, he looked great versus Pantoja. He didn't win, but he looked valiant, in my opinion. He clearly lost, but and he thinks he should have won. That's a little too much, but he clearly lost to Pantoja. But he looked good, had his moment striking, and I think he'll be able to fight in this spot versus Kakara France and look good. So I like Ursic. He's probably gonna be my pick for the card.
I like it.
And then moving to the main event, I was leaning Israel Adesanya to win the belt for the third time. I can see how Drinkus is gonna win because he's gonna have a little opportunity to use his grappling here. Izzy does have a 4-inch reach advantage. Izzy does also have a height advantage here. If Izzy keeps him at bay and keeps him at distance, I could clearly see Izzy point fighting this to a victory and just striking with and just keeping him at a distance. Now, it's been a while since the Strickland fight with Izzy, since that fight, and that's when Strickland kind of exposed, not really exposed Izzy, but kind of Izzy. I don't know what happened to him in that fight because we've seen him deal with tons of different types of striking, but like Strickland's shell like type of positioning with how he fights with like his whole body in a shell, like with his arms like this, almost just sitting like this, whole body in a shell with his back arched. I guess it wasn't too much for Izzy in that situation, but Drinkus took him, beat him. He was beat up after that fight, but I lean Izzy, but it's a true 50-50 fight. It is a true 50-50 fight.
Yeah, I lean Izzy too, especially after reading the article. But it is as they say a fairly valued fight. So I mean, odds makers knew what they were doing with this one.
It's a pick 'em practically.
It is a pick 'em. So I mean, you got to roll with your gut. I think it's Izzy. I think when it comes down to it, I'm gonna take Izzy.
It's gonna be a good fight, man. Good fight, man. But that's the UFC 305, man. We'll be back on Monday with the recap to cover what happens with it.
Of course, as always.
You already know. Moving on, man. This is my time of the year parlay, man. The international soccer slate starting to kick off around the world with Europe and different leagues, man.
Yeah, you know what else is kicking off?
What?
Real football.
But yeah, but this is this weekend. That's not till next weekend. Relax, calm down.
I'm watching football right now. I don't know what you talking about.
Brother's trying to hype up preseason football. I'm not trying to hear this.
Hey man, when you stay winning, you stay winning.
I'm not talking about the betting angle, brother. I'm saying brother's trying to hype up preseason football in general, brother. Stop. We don't care about no preseason football.
We all care about preseason football. Come on, man.
I
Don't do
haven't watched
that.
a second of preseason football.
I'm watching it. I'm watching the
I
unders.
can't bring myself to do it. I can tell it counts. Because I feel something in my chest when it counts.
I haven't bet a prop yet, but you know the props are coming.
Oh, yeah. Prop Joe's going to be back. Prop
Prop
Joe.
Joe. Touchdown Joe.
But moving on to the footy soccer, the one that's the most popular one around the world. Manchester United, man. First game tomorrow. Starting off the Premier League season. Hey, bro, we're gonna get to City later, bro. They're in here too, bro. Relax.
You
But
gotta always rep blue, bro.
bro, y'all play us this week. Don't act. Hey, relax. Relax.
Chelsea got it coming.
Hey, man, you guys are minus 120, but it started dropping already.
That's cool. I don't care.
Nah,
Is
but
there any
United,
bets on us?
huh?
Because they bet on Holland.
Oh boy. But yeah, United is actually having solid movement in their first game at home on Friday, versus Fulham. I actually kind of like the option there in that situation. Fulham is gonna have to adjust. It's their first game in real competition without João Palhinha in about 2-3 years now. João Palhinha has been the number one like shield for the back line in the Premier League. One of them. He just went to Bayern Munich for 50 million. They also lost their top center back on a free to Chelsea in Tosin Abayo. So I can see United coming in here, building up with their confidence. They have a ton of depth with their new signings that they have. So I wouldn't be surprised if United the movements in their direction too. I wouldn't be surprised if they win this game. Absolutely. Um, Some other notes from the different games over the weekend. Newcastle's already starting to move out of having any standalone value. They're already nearing minus 300. So I would stay off Newcastle personally. They're at home on Saturday. The Columbus Crew is personally my game pick of the weekend for soccer. I love the Columbus Crew at home versus NYSA Austin.
That was 10
Yeah.
minutes ago. I don't know if he's still in here.
But I do love the Columbus Crew. They're sitting at like money line minus 120 versus the New York City FC. I had a quick
Yeah.
sample. I had a quick sample write up I had about it earlier, written up here. More or less, what we're looking at here is the form of the New York City FC. You're sitting at they've won one game in their 5 games leading into the League Cup conference, into the League Cup tournament. They've only proceeded to win one game in regulation in this whole entire tournament, continually winning on penalties throughout the rest of the tournament. So, versus a team like Columbus on the road, I just don't see a way they're able to win this game. I like the Columbus Crew, and that's probably going to be my pick of the weekend for soccer-wise, Saturday game. Barcelona has slight movement in their favorite. Real Madrid's also already starting to move out of like opportunity zone in terms of value. Early in the week, they were as cheap as minus 130, minus 140. Now they're up to minus 220 already after their performance in the middle of the week. So, tons of other spots around the world right now. Like I said, Chelsea does play Manchester City on Sunday. I'm not betting that game personally because I'm biased. I also think City's going to win that game due to Enzo's Maresca, our manager at Chelsea, making his first coaching game debut. So yeah, I think City will be able to
Me
take
and
that game there.
Lorenzo rolling in the benzo.
That was a quick run, but there are going to be tons of other games. I know, like, I didn't write this down in the notes, but I did see the movement was very good on Inter Milan. I just didn't write them down because it's a road game. Inter Milan has very good movement out on the road to kick off the Italian league. The other leagues that are kicking off this weekend are going to be the League One. You're going to see PSG's first game without Mbappe tomorrow. La Liga will continue tomorrow. Premier League will kick off tomorrow. And then I already said Serie A will kick off. Pretty much all of Europe's big 5 leagues are kicking off at least within tomorrow or the next day, except for the Bundesliga in Germany, which will kick off the following week. So it's going to be a fun time. Most of the other leagues in Europe have already kicked off, such as Portugal, Belgium, Switzerland, the English second division. All exciting times. All right. Hey, Parlay, give me a second. I got to mute real quick.
All right. And with that being said, I am the coolest of the
All
coolest.
right, I'm back.
The
I had to
coolest
kick.
of the cool.
I'm back. This cat tried to run through and trying to run through the basement like a crazy cat. I was just like, he was
He's
trying to
got
run
a
through some wires.
crazy cat.
He was trying to run
Crazy,
through some
crazy,
wires.
crazy
I
cat.
couldn't do that. You could see
It's
what I
a
was screaming on the. I wasn't trying to scream on mic. That's why I was like, I got
Thundercat.
mute for a second.
Thundercat. You ever
And
watch
then,
that show?
what was it? Thundercat? I've heard of it. I think.
It's like an 80s show, I think.
Well, yeah, the names. Yeah.
They had like this sword.
See, what did I tell you? Bailey
Wow.
O'Bear getting hit up in the first inning already. The Twins are down 2-0.
Hey man, I knew it didn't look good. I wanted
Yeah.
to take who they're playing, the Guardians?
They're playing the Rangers.
Rangers, yeah, I wanted to take the Rangers, but I couldn't do it. They didn't have the money.
Ooh, movement's
Need
already
both.
starting to come out for tomorrow's games. We can actually talk some of these. I'm excited. Paul Skeens is on the mound tomorrow.
Paul Skeens.
The movement early is not in his favor, but it's super early, and they're playing the Mariners at home. I actually might like that. Might be a solid bet to bet on the Pirates right there, to be honest, because they usually play well when Skeens is pitching.
Let me find it. One second. Oh, WNBA's back too.
Ooh, never mind. Skeens is on. They've lost 4 out of his last 5 starts. That's the reason why it's moving in a bad way already. Never mind. That's stay off. The Padres are already starting to have weak movement too. The Padres are playing their last series.
Cubs
The
got
Rockies.
good movement, but they got a crappy pitcher.
Cubs do have good. Actually, yeah, the Cubs have good movement. Yeah.
The Reds
Ooh,
got
the
good
Reds
movement.
have great movement.
Yeah, I was just about to,
The Reds have great movement.
yeah, I kind of like that.
Nick Martinez.
And they've won 4 in a row.
Yeah, that might be solid right there. That actually might be super solid.
I'm gonna wait though. I'm gonna put my
Wait for the
hope on
tracker
them.
tomorrow. Yeah, obviously. Let's see what else we got here. No one else
Detroit.
is really standing out. You said Detroit?
You don't like the movement with Skeens?
Not that I saw. Was it good on your side?
Yeah, open at 120 is at 132.
Okay, depends on different books.
And they got the money barely, which that could change.
Oh my gosh, they killed. Or I can't even touch the Orioles anymore, bro. They put the Orioles at minus 225, bro, because Corbin Burns is pitching, bro. The Red Sox are they're not even that bad, bro. What are they doing, bro?
Hey, shut up. Explicit. You said the Boston Red Sox. You
Oh,
didn't. You didn't hear that dude on the hot mic.
nah, I know what you're talking about now. I can't. I processed now. I had to put two and two together. I hate you. He said, "Shut up, explicit." See, I didn't get it when he said it like that. Don't say it. We can't. We'll
I'm
get
not.
cut.
I ain't gonna say it.
That's terrible. Oh gosh, that's terrible.
Cleveland got good movement. Hey, you see what happened today? What I seen you before the show? Read
Was it
that picture.
the? Were you talking about the?
The
The
picture.
yeah. Was it the Yelich picture?
Yeah, you read it.
Yeah, I saw it before. Yeah, he got. He's out for. He's out for the year, right?
Yeah, that's not good.
Nah, I will say they've been playing without him and doing well. Like he hasn't played most of the year.
What's the? Yeah, but what's the? What division are they in?
NL Central. NL Central with a 9-game lead.
Yeah, bro. How many games are left?
Around 40.
Dang.
Because it's like they're at 122 right now. They're at 60. They're 69 and 52, so they're at like 121.
That's crazy.
So they still got 40 games to go. But a 9-game lead with 40 games to go is not crazy. It's definitely doable, but it's probably safe.
Cardinals could grab that though.
So could the Reds.
So could the Cubs.
Nah, I don't know about the Cubs anymore.
10.5.
Yeah, but they're not in the same form. All these teams are also dealing with injuries. They're not the only the Brewers are not the only team that has a big player hurt. They've also been playing without him for most of the year. Their
So
lineup's like not built around him at all. If you told me Wilson Contreras got hurt, then it's a different
that'd be bad.
conversation.
That'd be really
It's a
bad.
different
He's home
conversation.
like every other night.
If you tell me Willie Adames got hurt, if you told me Reese Hoskins got hurt, if you're telling me
Contreras,
if you're
no,
telling me Jackson Churio gets hurt, those are the guys that are really like carrying them. I'm not saying they don't need Yelich because he's obviously a great player, but he just hasn't been healthy this year.
clutch though for playoffs. So, but I mean, I don't need playoffs, but I mean, it is what it
Nah,
is.
bro, the teams to watch out for, bro. The Dodgers got pissed down their legs right now watching the Diamondbacks and the Padres. Straight pissed down their legs. Bro, this crazy, bro. Yeah, that's that. The Diamondbacks are like 19. Yeah, I still can't get over that. They're like 19. Let me see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Bro, that's ridiculous. Yeah, they've won 18 of their last 21 games, bro. Since mid-July. That's ridiculous. And then you're looking at the Padres, who 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-2 in their last 12, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Bro, 19-3. Bro, they're both 19-3 in their last 20 something games, both teams. Padres and the Diamondbacks. They've hawked the Dodgers down, who are now only 2 games ahead of both teams, bro. There's a chance that all 3 teams are going to be in the, and there's a high likelihood actually at this point that all 3 teams are making the playoffs. Isn't that
All
crazy?
three. Yep, that is pretty crazy.
The Dodgers, Diamondbacks, and Padres, and all 3 of them have made the Padres and the Diamondbacks are the 2 who have actually gotten furthest in the playoffs out of the 3 the past few years.
Who do you think wins that division?
I can see the Diamondbacks doing it right now. I personally think the Padres are loaded on their pitching staff because of who they picked up in their rotation. Their last half when they got Tanner Scott from Miami, they got one of the guys who was the Tampa closer. I think I forgot his name. Jason Adam, or he was one of their setup guys or closer. Somebody he's a very good pitcher. And then they already have a good closer in San Diego in Robert Suarez. So yeah, very, very, very good. Like if they have a 1-run lead going into the end of the game, it's gonna get protected 9 times out of 10. Like they sold the farm trying to compete, and they already have the bats. Obviously, Michael King and Dylan Cease have been pitching out of their minds since the All Star break.
Sorry, I just took Izzy.
But no, yeah, it's exciting
It's
times for
not a
that
patty
division.
play, but it is a 2 unit play. So
Okay, okay, okay.
Patty
Oh,
was at the
the Twins
house.
already tied the game. They must have heard us.
They heard us.
We apologize.
We
We didn't mean
apologize.
to disrespect you, but yeah, just to wrap it up on the MLB, the Reds look very appetizing tomorrow. Very, very interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
I like the Reds tomorrow. I agree
the
with that. I'm
the
gonna watch them.
Orioles. I mean, I might just add him to a parlay just because. Oh, we got flipped. I might just add him to the parlay just because. Yo, this is messing me up that I'm on the left side now. All right, there we go. Nah, but I might have the
What do
Orioles
you get messed up about?
because I looked up like 6 times. I was on the left side now. I was like, what? But Corbin Burns, I might just have to add them to the parlay just because he's pitching. Man, they've won his last 6 starts. That's why the odds are what they are. Probably, I can't complain. They've won his last 6 starts. So Orioles might be a nice little parlay booster, but standalone value is pretty much cooked at this point. Um, yeah, Houston doesn't have good movement with it, and they have a shitty pitcher on the mound, so that's not worth it. The Guardians have a slight movement, but this is a battle of division leaders between the Brewers and the Guardians, so I might stay off that because that's just going to be a good game to watch, maybe, but might not really be fun to partake in betting wise. You might get pissed off. And I'd wait to see who the Dodgers announce because Mike Mikaukis is hot and cold. And sometimes he can get absolutely crushed, and then sometimes he pitches gems. So time will tell. Um, we'll see what happens there. That's pretty much it for the MLB tomorrow. I'm gonna wait and see with the Padres because I'm scared with this Rockies line movement. They've also lost to the Rockies a lot this year, even though the Padres have been in crazy form. Now they didn't have this rotation they had when they played them. Actually, they had some of it. Actually, the Padres got their wins, some of their wins back. It might not be a bad option to take the Padres here. It
You
might
gotta
not
wait
be.
till last second with the Rockies. I'm telling you. You
See
gotta
the
make sure
movement
they don't
late.
get that late movement.
Yeah, they're at home too.
That's with all baseball, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. And did you want to take a quick look at the NFL preseason this weekend? I mean, the main thing I took a note of was that the only line movement I really saw was that Chiefs line has moved a little. It's even moved even more. It was at 5.5 this morning. Now it's at 7.5. 7. Okay, interesting. Miami line
Um,
moved too for the Dolphins. A couple of these games moved.
Arizona's line moving. That's not good. Pittsburgh might beat the Bills. Ooh, Miami is
I
probably
think
gonna
Russell
win.
Wilson's gonna get some play today. I mean, this week,
10 plays.
something like that. I mean, then I assume Justin Fields comes in after him, so that's a boost in terms of if they can win or not.
I see what you're saying.
The only teams I really want to avoid is like, actually, who looks solid. Um, who I mean, a team who you'd want to avoid would probably be someone like what was his name? Where are they? The Vikings, bro. Just because they lost J.J. McCarthy, so that QB depth in the preseason is not going to be as
You got good
strong.
movement.
The Vikings do?
Yeah, 4.5 down to 3.
Okay, interesting. But that's just about it for the NFL preseason. Not really too much
Money's
else.
even.
Okay, okay, okay. We only got one more week left of the preseason, and then we got on the way to the big weeks. So I'm excited, man. We get a Brazil game this year.
Brazil. Oh, in college football?
No,
Or
we
in
we, we get a
NFL?
Brazil game this year in
Oh,
the
in
NFL.
NFL? That's going to
Yeah,
be cool.
they're making the
Uh,
Eagles and the Packers go play on that Corinthian soccer
oh,
field, bro.
yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
They better not. Honestly, those fields better be good, man, because they're actual grass fields down there. I think better not be
But
no turf.
better be grass because they got to have a certain type of turf now.
Yeah, I'm excited, but I think that's about it, Parlay. Do we got anything else?
Hey, I love that.
All right, man. With that being said, man, y'all enjoy your weekend. Take care, man. We the Gritty Gamblers. That's Parlay.
That's Matt.
Deuces, man. We'll catch y'all on Monday. Peace.
I bet I could change the odds for every bookmaker in the country.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money